Hello, my class, and welcome to your next maths lesson. In the previous lesson, we were looking at unit and non-unit fractions. So today's lesson, we're going to be recapping a little bit more about fractions that can hopefully be quite useful because we probably haven't done fractions in a while. So this will help us to better remember everything that we need when we're working out fractions. Before we start, as always, please go and get your pieces of paper and your pencils and be ready to do your arithmetic for the day. So our arithmetic today is as follows. What is 4 times 10? What is a quarter of 20? So imagine that you've broken 20 up into 4 equal groups. What is one part of those 4 equal groups? What is 750 as a Roman numeral? What number is next in the sequence? 84, 77, 70, 63. What is 2 times by 12? What is 49 divided by 7? What is 15 centimeters in millimeters? What is 2,398 plus 3,401? What is 5,698 minus 1,363? And what is 36 divided by 12? So like I said, we're going to carry on looking at what fractions are. We're going to be able to explain verbally or written down so I can see that you can explain what a fraction is, and we're going to define what a fraction is. So to recap, things that we've already gone over. A numerator is the number that's at the top part of the number, and it shows how many parts we have maybe colored in or shaded in. And the denominator is at the bottom, and it shows how many equal parts the whole has been divided into. So if I have a row of counters and it's broken up into 9 equal groups, my fraction is going to be part of a ninth. And then however many are colored in will be in my numerators. The total amount is my denominator. So with 3/4, you will see that something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, it's not very equal, but it is still 4 pieces. It needs to be equal though. So let me redo that. That's probably slightly better. So if my denominator is 4, then my whole shape has been broken up into 4 equal pieces. And then the numerator tells you how many parts of that I have. So for example, I've colored in 3 parts of that whole. So 3 out of the 4 are colored in. We discussed that a unit fraction has a numerator of 1. And a non-unit fraction has a numerator that is bigger than 1. So pause the video now and quickly jot down what you think a fraction is. What is a fraction? Right, a fraction shows us a certain amount of parts of a whole. So it's going to show us how many parts of a whole have I eaten or colored in or given away. So your whole is the number that you start with. Your fraction is the parts of the whole. If we have a look at this shape, we can see that this is the whole shape. This shape has been broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. I can see that one of these triangles is colored in. So I could say 1 out of the 5 is colored in. 1/5 of the triangles is colored in. Because first, you count how many parts we have in total. So in total in this shape, I have got 5 parts, and that is our denominator. Sorry. Okay. Then we count how many have been shaded in. I can see I've got my whole, there are, my whole, I've said that there are 5 parts that make it up. I can see that there's only one that's shaded in, so my numerator will be parts of a whole that are shaded in. So my fraction is now 1/5, and this shows us I have shaded in one part of 5 parts. So one part out of the 5 is colored in, 1/5 of it is colored in. Right, now it's your turn. Write down the fractions for the following shapes. So pause the video now, and I would label them A. I'm going to get my, we've got A, B, and C. So pause the video now, and then we can go through the answers. So you should have counted up how many parts each shape has. So this one has 1, 2, 4, 5. So it's going to be in fifths. And we've got 3 of those are colored in. So 3 out of 5 are colored in. So 3/5 are shaded. This one is broken up into quarters or into 4. And I can see that 3 out of those quarters is colored in. This one is broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's broken up into 7 pieces. And out of those 7 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 7 pieces are colored in. So my fractions are 3/5, 3/4, and 4/7. Here we are given the fraction. So here is the fraction that they have given us, and you need to shade it in correctly. So I can see it says 6 pieces. Let's double check that we've got all 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this says that 5 out of the 6 need to be shaded in. So pause the video now and give it a go, and then we'll check with your answer. Right, your shaded in should look something like this, because 5 parts of my whole are colored in. Right, so pause the video now and take a turn at coloring in or shading 5/8, 8ths, and 1/6. Okay, and then I will go through the answers and give yourself a tick or correct it if you need to. If we have a look at the 8ths, we can double check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 parts make up my whole, of which 5 are colored in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts are colored in, and 3 parts are left blank. Tick if you got that one correct. The next one says 1/6. So I already can see that I've got 6 parts making up my whole, and only one of those is colored in. So give yourself a tick if you got that one correct. Right, we've got some independent tasks now. Write a definition for each one of these. So tell me what a numerator is, tell me what a denominator is. Maybe you even want to draw an example and label it for me. Tick the shape that is the 1/3 shaded. So you may not be able to tick it. You can either redraw the shapes for me, or you can say shape A is 1/3, or shape D is 1/3, or shape E is 1/3. And it does say tick the shapes that are 1/3. So what I would like you to do is obviously write shape, whichever shape it is 1/3. You can then try and draw it next to it to show me, and then color it in. Question, I think I've missed a question. Oh, that is it. Question 3. Draw 2D shapes to match these descriptions. 1/5 are squares, 2/5 are triangles, and 3/5 have more than 3 sides. What is the same about your shapes? Is there anything different? So you're drawing 2D shapes that match this description. Okay, 1/5 are squares, 2/5 are triangles, and 3/5 have more than 3 sides. Don't forget to share your work with us on Tapestry so that we can have a look at your work. And please remember, if there's anything that you are struggling with the fractions, keep hold of your questions and we will go through them together in our live lessons.